This looks awfully suspicious. It would be one thing if this was just the only time, but this happens over and over again. In the same chapter, Allah tells Muhammad that he has to take the wife of his own adopted son and marry her. It's really important to Allah.
This is something a lot of people don't understand. At that time, this is why there are so many verses. All of these verses are talking about not consuming the wealth of orphans, being just to orphans, etc. And Surah An-Nisa chapter 4 verse 2, give the orphans their property and do not exchange the bad for good, and do not consume their wealth into your own. And the reason why this is saying is, if someone is adopted, they're orphan or they don't have parents, right? Therefore, they would say, okay, he or she is my son or my daughter. By extension, everything that they have belongs to me. So to break that, even though Prophet Muhammad would never do that to anyone, to break that tradition that if someone is your adopted son, everything they own is yours, Allah said they are not your sons, they're your brothers in religion. By getting Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to marry the wife or the ex-wife of his former adopted son or sworn son, is to break the chain that he is not your son, whatever he owns is not yours. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would not take other people's wealth, but other people won't have the same level of character. Let's go over this verse so you guys can actually understand where this verse is coming from. Surah Al-Ahzab 33-37. And remember, O Muhammad, when you said to the one upon whom Allah bestowed favor, and you had bestowed favor, Allah bestowed favor upon Zayd by getting him closer to Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, favored Zayd by, again, adopting him, right? That is a favor. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is saying this to Zayd: keep your wife and fear Allah. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is telling Zayd, keep your wife and fear Allah, while you concealed within yourself what Allah was to reveal. Conceal what? The revelation about your adopted sons are not your actual sons, your adopted daughters are not your actual daughter, right? Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, didn't want to reveal this. And you feared the people, while Allah has more right that you fear him. See, Prophet Muhammad did not want to say this because he knew people are going to look at him a certain way. So when Zayd had ended his relationship with her, divorce, khalas, we married her to you. We married her. Not Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, marrying her just because he wanted to. No. So that there would not be difficulty upon the believers concerning the wives of their adopted sons after they have ended their relationship with them. And the command of Allah was accomplished. Right? So if you were to look at the entirety of this verse, Allah is trying to break a tradition where people would be able to exploit orphans. This tradition breaks that. It tells you they are not your sons, they're your brother in religion. Whatever is basically, that's why the verses about orphans is mentioned so often. This verse is protecting people for being exploited because they're orphans. But of course a Christian wouldn't understand that. A Christian would never understand that. Why? Like when in Hosea chapter 1 verse 2-3, when Lord said to Hosea, go take yourself a wife of promiscuity. So he went and took Gomer. So no one is going to talk about this, right? This is in your Revelation. In Matthew, in chapter 1, 20-24, when angel tells Joseph to take Mary as wife, Mary who's 12 at that time. Yeah, let's completely glaze over all of these.